Hey everyone, this is my Patreon-powered reaction to the 4th episode of the 2nd season of School Rumble. And last episode we finished off our whole survival game within the school arc, which turned out to be them making a movie, which once that was revealed, a lot of things make sense. Like, especially that final battle between like Kenji and Hanai, once I had that context, just the way that the feel of everything, it really made a lot more sense, you know? It was like I was watching a Die Hard movie or something, just less lethal, because well, I guess in the context of the movie it was just as lethal because people were dying in the movie, but you know, still not quite rated R levels of movie. But anyway, the point is we got past that arc and we're moving on into something new, so let's just get into that and see what we're gonna get into. I really do need to rewatch the Die Hard movies now that it's on my mind. So yeah, 3, 2, 1, play. Bye. Okay. Are you a magic? I guess that answers that question. That is a magical girl. A Maho Shoujo, if you will. This is definitely sudden, but I'll take it. You know, usually I get defiant when they say that, but if you tell me like that, yeah, I'll happily do it. Yeah, the room should be lit enough. If I had an option to make it brighter, I would do that right now. I need to buy a second lamp. Like, I have one on my right side, gonna get one for my left side, just for you, my. I don't think that's a character we know in the show so far, is it? I will be watching some more Mahou Shoujo anime soon enough, because at least 2 pre-cure anime are on the backlog to be watched, so soon enough. What was the last Magical Girl anime I watched? I remember I watched Magia Record. I don't know if that was the last one, though. I mean, I guess Grand Belm, I guess it was a Magical Girl anime, sort of. Not really. That's probably too much of a stretch. But it was a mage mecha show. It's kind of in the same vein, isn't it? Well, I wasn't hungry, but yeah, now I am. Thanks for that. Don't tease me like that, you know I can't grab it. Oh right, we actually have to do our goals are visible. Last time we just, you know, deciding what to do. So I guess we still have to, you know, do it. Those 3D arms. I saw an idea there. Okay, I saw somebody with an idea as they got it. Okay, so yeah, that's my-chan. She looks better with the magical girl outfit on. Why can't you wear that in class? Legendary tree. Densetsunuki. Yeah, you wish. Oh my god, Kenji! Why would you do that? I mean, Hanai's not my favorite person, but I wouldn't be that cruel to him. Oh no! Oh no! That turned around. Oh no. This is not okay. Yeah, let's stop that now. A lot's wrong. I can never unsee that. Yeah, that's... No. Just no. Okay, what's next? Ballet. I don't hate it. I definitely don't dislike it. Okay, so that's clearly a reference. Apparently at least one more. Wow. You look great. Yeah, that's about where I was focused too. Oh no, bullying. Yeah, bullying. uh, oh. No, you don't want to see this. Ho 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 ho. Yeah, that's... So there's gonna be like all different references and stuff to other shows. Gotta be careful of that corona. Yeah, this is very wrong. And now you just wander? A lot. Oh no, Kenji again, really? He just likes wearing masks. Yeah, I'm starting to call shenanigans on this. Oh no. It's like these people can sense when they're in the story. Did it really need to be subbed? I don't like to look at that aura. Yeah, let's keep going. These are pretty interesting. Cat. My. So she is gonna be. Is she gonna be Maho Shoujo in hers? Because that's exactly the cliche line, you know. And oh, you didn't have the passport. I want to watch it again. uh, she looks great in it. That's the problem. We should just go with that one. Well, you didn't have Kenji be the villain, kept wearing a mask though. You can come closer. I don't know how you read a book with your eyes closed, though. That would be great. We need you. Looking good, Eri. Do you need a massage? I do appreciate this date. So that was a nice moment. I'm sure you'll come up with something great. I have faith in you. You're one of the more competent people in this show. Oh, backstory, really? Or Well, sort of. He was a secret agent. The end. It was an excellent story. Man, she has a beautiful smile, doesn't she? She's salty about the story. I mean, wow, she did it. Do I have to? I have to say, she just gained a lot of weight, like, in seconds. It's better not to ask. Just let her do her thing. I don't think she wants to do that. The amazing camera work there. Yeah. Yakumo and Kenji are not a thing. They're never going to be a thing. Man, that's some serious blushing. He knows how to handle his wood. He has a name. I love the fidgeting. Do you like blonde girls? I mean, it's kind of close, sort of. Not a bad answer, though. Do you like sporty girls? Oh. Oh, yeah, right, yeah. We're going up. Do you like blonde twin tails? She's not the only one. He recognizes that hair. Yes, not really. I mean, she's asking for Yakumo. That's what he was referring to, but Eri also kind of has that hair. Okay, her blush actually leveled up somehow. That... Yeah, that's... there's only one way she's gonna take this. There's only one way you really can take this. Oh. Oh no. Why do you complicate things? God damn it, Yakumo. Okay, I've got my screenshot button ready. That's what she said. Let's get in there, boys. I apparently did not know that. So, you know you first. Yeah, why would you ever look at such a thing? Just change your hairstyle, then ask the question again. Wow. Somebody's excited. Yeah, that's the side you look at. What was one anime called? Chokomoto Sister or something like that. There's an anime called something like that that had kind of a similar thing with the manager being able to see the change inside. That looks like it, but it's probably a trap. Oh wow. Yeah. Let's try to keep the camera in front of him. Actually, never mind. That came out wrong. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. Getting kind of close there. That's a yes. Can't escape. Just have to answer them to the best of your abilities. I'm about to do that. Yeah, if only. Why would you put your hair like that? I mean, I'm okay with the ship personally. I'm okay with her and Eri, or not, Eri and Temma both being with Kenji. I can accept the other one. You blush a lot. It really does feel like this is what they're building up to be endgame. Oh no. Oh no. Ouch. That could have gone better. You need to do something about that hair, man. You're just misleading so many people and ruining things. Sounds great. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that. That does look pretty good. Well, that's what makes it exciting. That actually does sound kind of fun. Kenji, you can find areas, I'm sure. I guess there's going to be a lot of competition for that. Well, I guess that worked out. Yeah, but you're probably not. Actually, maybe it's easier than I thought it would be. Because that is just a terrible onigiri. Oh god, how do you screw it up that badly? Is it oishi? Is it even edible? Do you need medical attention immediately? So was it not hers? Give me something, Tenma. How long did it take her to process all that? Idiosyncratic. Is that spicy? Is it Akira's? A lot of practice. The little victories. She's not the worst cook in school. Yeah? What do you mean earlier? The thumbs up? The same racehorses. Yep, you totally ate Aries. And she's just literally skipping. Somebody's back there trying to wave at you, Kenji. You might want to acknowledge that. That's my Tenmich. Right, she is the worst one, after all. So there goes that victory. Oh, the woolly mammoth, I missed you! What did you put in that? No need to lie, Kenji. Oh no, how do you have so many? Oh man, this man's going to die. But I guess it's worth it. Nobody can take that title from you. Literal title, I guess. Like a title match. I'm definitely hungry now, though. Okay then. Back to work. Are you okay? I love this music. Yeah, I'm sure that'll go well. It always does. Oh, Eddie, are we at least gonna say hi to her? You know, we did eat her onigiri, after all. Could at least acknowledge her existence in some way. Temma, looking as cute as always. So I guess the next episode, yeah, Culture Festival. I'm just so sweaty. This was a fun episode. This was a good episode. I mean, the whole Culture Festival thing, it's such a good excuse to have a bunch of characters, like, interacting with each other, you know? So there's a lot of potential for good comedic situations. And I think they're utilizing that pretty well. I still miss the Season 1 ZD. I almost want to just edit it to put that back in there. This just doesn't feel like School Rumble without it. So any kind of stinger, or... I don't think so. Nah, just the preview. Okay. Well, that was the 4th episode of the 2nd season of School Rumble. And the Culture Festival, we are definitely working on that. But yeah, we're also touching up on a lot of the relationship stuff, misunderstandings, because it does seem like Tenma still thinks there's a thing between Yakumo and Kenji, even though there's not. And I think Hanai knows that now, but I guess Tenma doesn't. It's, like I said, hard to keep track of the status of all the romantic misunderstandings. But I guess that's where that one's at, right? The very beginning of the episode, we actually, like, really before the episode itself started, we had a nice little shot of Mai being, like, becoming a magical girl, which we finally got context for that later in the episode. But I quite enjoyed her transformation sequence, especially the like the hip swing, skirt fly up shot. You know the one that was pretty good. Bit of a choreography. I don't know what you call it that, but anyway, yeah, just was not really expecting to see a magical girl transformation sequence as the very first thing we get in the episode. So that was a nice little surprise. Wasn't really sure who she was, but I guess she is a classmate. She did get some screen time in the episode itself. So she was a character, just not like a main one. But if she's gonna do this more often, I could definitely see her becoming a bit more relevant in my mind, like making more of an impression on me. But I doubt she'll be that important. But we'll see. We'll see. She is almost a little bit old to be wearing a magical girl outfit, but I think she wears it well enough. It's all good. But yeah, getting to see all the different, like, submitted story ideas, like, seeing those were pretty fun. There was a lot of Kenji just being behind masks, at least 2 instances of that. So apparently that's just how Kenji is viewed in the class, as the mystery man. But yeah, just seeing Kenji's head on what's otherwise like Yakumo's body, that was pretty scary. That was terrifying. I didn't need to see that. I really didn't. We got some kind of ballet thing. This definitely feels like a very specific reference to a specific show. I don't think I've seen it, though. Maybe Princess Tutu, because I know I've never seen that show. But it definitely felt specific enough where I think it was a reference to something. If you know, feel free to let me know. I mean, the biggest hint that it was referenced to something specific was this line here. So we're sorry, Tsuki Beep Sensei, like they're trying to censor out the original name. So I could probably figure it out by trying to search that name if I really wanted to, but I'd rather somebody just leave a comment if they know what it is. But that was a fun little bit there. Getting to see the girls in the outfits was the best part about it, for me, as usual. There was some bullying in it, though. The classic putting something sharp in the shoes, which is just a horrible thing to do. But Miko popping up right in that moment, them just desperately trying to hide it, because apparently a lot of these stories are things we don't want certain students to see. Of course, in Ari's case, she doesn't care about that, about their attempt at hiding. She'll just grab it and walk off and then confront Kenji about it later. And then they kind of subtly reveal that Akira was the one that wrote that story, because they had like Hanin and then an arrow pointing towards it. So I assume that's what she meant, what they meant by that. I don't even know if that was actually translated on screen. I didn't see it if it was. I just saw the original Japanese text. But yeah, that was a fun little bit, getting to see some of the students' different creative stories. I don't know which one was my favorite. They were all, most of them were pretty good. But I liked Aries a lot just because Ari found out about it later and got salty. That was probably the best thing about it. Although seeing her in like poor person mode was certainly interesting. Just poking her with a ladle or whatever. But yeah, just her trying not to look mad as when she was in that initial scene. The bubbles and flowers behind her, and then this aura as she's walking away. But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in that one, for sure. But of course, the magical girl one was something special in itself. And they actually had Akira, right for them. Try to convince her to do that. It looked like Eri tried to help as well, kind of push her to do it. So that was some really good friendship stuff there. I enjoyed seeing. The little like what would you call it? The little chibi drawings of Akira and stuff, like with a little hammer and stuff. That bit was fun as well. Just little cute artwork there. Like it was kind of like, kindergarten scrapbook kind of. I don't know how you would describe it. Anyway, but I thought it was cute. And yeah, the next scene. Sorry. Yeah, the next scene, Tenma trying to be helpful, for Yakumo. She enlists Eri to ask Kenji about his preferences and like a female partner, I guess, essentially. And having Eri do it is funny, of course, because there's a thing between them. Not that I don't know how much of that even Tim was even aware of, really. But, you know, she thinks Eri would be the one for the job. And I definitely got a kick out of watching her try to do it. Like, initially she walks up to him, you know, hands behind the back, blushing, kind of looking to the side. Just everything about her kind of mannerisms and disposition. It was just very, very fun to watch. You know, because you could definitely tell she was not super comfortable with this, you know, feeling a little bit awkward, because she's, from her position, she's somebody that likes Kenji, but not really fully accepting that she likes Kenji, asking questions you would ask if you were interested in who he likes. That was kind of a confusing sentence, but the point is, it's a bit of a messy situation, is the overall point, but just, yeah, all of her fidgeting and everything was great. So what was the first question she asked? I want to kind of go through this one pretty detailedly. Sasuga Eri-chan. Do you like girls who can cook? Yes or no? And yeah, again, the blushing, the looking to the side. Just everything about her posture, you could tell she is not super comfortable here. But, and what was his answer? As long as there's love, heaping ramen in a cup would be good, which is a good answer, you know, because the girl puts love into the food, right? So that always has a positive effect. Yeah, initially Eri's arms are like crossed behind her back, but eventually she transitions into actually like playing with her fingers, like the bit of a progressiveness of nervousness. We also have some good faces and reactions from Miko in this scene. One of the underrated aspects of it. So what was the next question? Yeah, at this point, as she's asking the second question, she's already doing the finger stuff. Which do you like better, a girl who's good at sports or one who's not? And again, a bit of doesn't matter as long as I like the girl kind of answer. So nothing too committal just yet. But he did give one specific here, which was a good specific. He says, but it might be cute if she couldn't swim. Now, I didn't think too much about this initially until the show was nice enough to remind me that we had that scene between Eri and Kenji when he was trying to help her learn how to swim. But things were awkward at that point because of the incident and everything like that. So I don't know how much he really managed to help her in that scene, but that's not really the point. The point is Kenji knows that she can't swim, and she knows Kenji knows that she can't swim. So the way she took that, of course, was Kenji thinking of Eri. But is that what he meant? I mean, I can't think of any other examples of why he would say that. Like, it wasn't like the hair thing that was Cnouki referring to Tenma. This was just more of a general thing that could be applied to Eri. So that might actually be a point in Eri's direction of him liking her. I've never really elaborated on that too much, so yeah, definitely that's something that pretty much was taken in the correct way by Eri, as opposed to, the other thing. But anyway, moving forward. And we actually see our transition from calling him Whiskers, Higa, to Hanima-kun. So, you could kind of already see the results that swimming line gave. Making Eri think there's a bit more of a thing between them. There's some like from Kenji towards her. She's getting a bit more into it. She's starting to be a little bit more kind, a little bit more opened up to him, So just everything about this scene, I really just love the progression of it. This was probably my favorite scene in the episode, which is why I'm kind of going through it as detailed as I am. But even the hands, like, she was playing with them initially, then she's just starting to, actually starting to really tense up and pull on her fingers and shake. And then this question, what kind of hairstyle do you like on a girl? That's a very specific question, having nothing to do with the menu, as Miko made sure to point out. I do like how Miko's even blushing, even though she's not actually a part of the scene. Eri's getting stiff as a board, which, yeah, she definitely was. And at this point, you can actually tell that Tenma's watching. We see the little hair wiggling, because a ninja Tenma is not. But at this point, he figures it out, mostly. What is it he says? He says, so that's it, so that's what's going on, she wants to know my tastes. Okay, so he does get it, sort of, right? He knows that Tenma is behind this, pulling the strings, trying to get the information, but he doesn't quite get that it's for the sake of Yakumo. He thinks it's for, Tenma, because, his ideal would be Tenma liking him, so he's kind of taking everything through that lens, which is understandable. But he gets all, cocky, pushes up his glasses, and, so he gives an answer that would apply to Tenma, right? Which makes sense. The thing is, though, what makes it interesting is that his answer, hair tied on either side, can not only be applied to Tenma, but it could be applied to Eri as well. So this was, of course, a follow-up to the swimming line, which was a line that could potentially probably apply to Eri. This was a very specific one that Eri definitely took as a strong hint that he likes her. But unlike the swimming one, which probably was, that, this very, very specifically was meant for someone else. So this one is actually a bit of a misunderstanding. So this one she shouldn't have gotten as excited about, but she did, because all that was going through her head is that she has twin tails, so he must be talking about her. So that's when the blush, reached its final form. And of course, the arrows pointing towards the twin tails, not really necessary because I got it. I understood. But just in case you missed it, they made sure that you were made aware there are twin tails on this girl's head. So, yeah, at that point, Eri kind of reached maximum Doki Doki, as I would call it. So, at this point, she's just, convinced that he likes her, but Kenji's shirt just getting torn off. And then Yakumo, this was just kind of a perfect way to end this off, is having Yakumo show up with the twin tails, which he doesn't usually have, but that was enough to just completely just kind of throw a wrench into the situation. So now everyone's kind of able to take it the way they want to take it. Tenma can take it as he's referring to Yakumo, and I think Eri kind of took it the same way too. Just because she's always, Although, I don't know if we know for sure how Eri took it. I don't think she said anything, actually, after that reveal. So, who knows? Who knows what she thought about that? But, it definitely changed, it definitely affected Tenma's perspective on things, that's for sure. But anyway, I know I spent way too long talking about that, although if people didn't like that, they could just, skip past it, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. The next part was the bath part, which I don't really have as much to say about. Everyone went to the bathhouse, the guys, the girls. One of the big jokes of this was, I don't remember his name, the guy with the really tall hair that went down and he looks like a girl. Yeah, a lot of those, he was the butt of a lot of gags here, because from behind, he looks like a girl. And that just messed up a lot of things. The biggest thing being, of course, causing Kenji to yell out that he doesn't like blonde twin-tail girls or whatever, which just stung Eri, of course. But yeah, just from behind, definitely, I mean, the shoulders are, the back, back shoulder area, definitely looks a little bit broader than a girl would have, but aside from that you could definitely, especially in a misty sort of area, think that was a girl. So, gotta be careful about that. But yeah, definitely some decent fan service in this scene. I mean, nothing too strong, of course, because the show doesn't really do that. But yeah, there's a couple girls asking Eri all about Harima and stuff. And I do want to see the exact line from Harima. I positively hate blonde people who tie their hair back to either side. Basically just the exact opposite of what he said before, so how could you even trust Kenji at this point, really, if you're Eri, because he seems so fickle from her perspective. And yeah, you could just almost see the pain in her eyes. That was unfortunate. So detestable, I'd like to kill him. We made so much progress in the episode, right? And just it all just disappeared, all thanks to that one guy. Tragic, really. Because, Tennant, he didn't say anything about blonde girls in that previous scene. So maybe Eri just thinks that the blondness is the deal breaker. I don't know. It's really hard to tell what people are thinking at any given time in this show. But, oh yeah, we did have one more scene. I don't know why I was thinking the bath scene was the last scene. The final scene, we just had the girls making onigiri, and we had a fun little game where girls made different ones, and people ate them and had to guess which it was. And, of course, Kenji was trying to aim for Tenma's food. He's like, oh, that one looks crappy. That must be Tenma's. But he was wrong. That in fact, was Eri's, and he gave the thumbs up. I do want to go to that scene again, because Eri clearly reacted to it, so I want to see if she was in that frame or not when he gives the thumb up. Okay, no, that's when Eri pops up. So it must be before that. Yeah, this is where the volcano goes off, so that must be... Yeah, that different one. So yeah, I was definitely way too far ahead. But yeah, we had the horse visual, which I don't quite get that visual. I guess the smacking of the horse is supposed to represent the pain he feels of eating it. I don't quite get that visual, that metaphor otherwise, really. But yeah, I think it was after that he gave the thumbs up. Yeah, he gives it there. And there's no background behind Tenma. It's just like yellow, mostly. And she just like spends a good 5 to 7 seconds trying to figure out why the heck Kenji's giving her a thumbs up. Eventually figures something out. I don't know what happened up there, but she came to some conclusion. But yeah, there's no characters in the background or anything during that shot. So yeah, there would be no way to guess that Eri got that. Although you do see her there though, like not too long after that. But anyway, the point is she apparently, took that thumbs up as being for her, I guess. But that was at least one more positive Eri Kenji thing, before the episode ended. And she got kind of like happily skipped away. So I guess at the end of the episode, overall, there was plus points towards the Eri Kenji ship. In the end, it was a very cute skipping away thing she did. But and yeah, just one final scene between, Miko and Hanai. Nothing too much to say about that. But anyway, yeah, really good episode, for sure. Like I said, the scene between Eri and Kenji asking the questions, that was the highlight of the episode for me, really. But there was a lot of fun bits, for sure. And I think this discussion segment's been way too long already, so I'm just gonna end it off here without any more rambling. So, yeah, just hopefully I see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.